Hey guys, my name is Jeddy Azuma. This is the Rising Man YouTube channel, and this is the first video of our latest series. Before we go into what we're talking about today, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and tag anybody in the comments you think would love to hear more about our message, and make sure you hit the notification bell turned on so you get an update every time we drop a new video. Today, I'm here in sunny but frigid Skinny Atlas, New York, central New York upstate. And we're starting off this series by sharing an amazing bus trip adventure that we're going on and talking about Brotherhood. To give you a little context, I took my whole Rising Man power team, flew everybody across the country. We landed in Syracuse, New York, just 45 minutes away from here, with the mission of transporting 3 school buses. Yes, 3 school buses across the country. Why are we doing that? Because these are buses that we're gonna turn into converted vehicles that can become our mobile homes. It's not easy to drive a bus across the country by yourself. It's definitely not easy to drive the bus across the country in the middle of winter. The only way you could do this is with a team. So what does this have to do with brotherhood? Well, the etymology of the word brotherhood, if we break it down, the word hood means of the same kindred, of the same kindred people, people of the same bloodline. And brother, we know the brother word, what that means. So brotherhood usually means brothers who are of the same line of blood, of the same lineage, of the same legacy. But it's been modernized. You see a lot of people, especially people who talk about the road of a man and what it means to be a man in modern society, use the word brotherhood to describe more than just our blood brothers, but people that we trust. People that we can depend on, people we can count on to drive 3 school buses across the country in the dead of winter. One thing I've learned in all of my years and all of my time sitting in circles with men and examining the experience of a man on this planet is that for generations, we've learned to do things by ourselves. We got out of the practice of hunting together in packs. We got into a more of a lone wolf mentality where I need to prove that I can do it by myself. Any sign of inadequacy, of ineptitude, I can't do this, it had to be hidden. We have to hide that, we have to suppress it down somewhere. But we can't really do the big things in life without support. Nobody can.
Hey, we got a trip with the boys. You want a trip with the boys? Yeah. Huh? Huh? Trip with the boys? Trip with the boys? Trip with the boys. Trip with the boys.
So that's what this whole message is about. Brotherhood, doing things together, taking on the hard challenges as a community. Trip of the boys. Trip of the boys. Trip of the boys. But we'll get more into that later. It's time to take off.
Biggest story of the morning, the weather.
You don't have to run out the door this morning because it's the side streets, the parking lot, pretty much everywhere.
So here we are. We're, I don't know, 35 hours into our amazing adventure. Last we left off, we were in upstate New York getting ready to leave. And the reason that Brotherhood is so important is because of exactly what happened last night. Was we're rolling across the country, we drove right through a polar vortex, right through an ice storm. And the windshield wipers weren't working, the driver couldn't see, he was driving the bus for the first time. And in a situation like that, let's say I was by myself driving this bus and got myself into a predicament where an ice storm comes in and the windshield wipers weren't working. What option would I have? I wouldn't be able to navigate my way through that. I'd be anxious, I'd be overwhelmed, I'd be afraid. But what was beautiful to see was how the 4 of us who were in here snapped into action. One guy was looking through the right side of the windshield and telling him where he needed to go. Another guy was holding his coffee. The other guy was rubbing his shoulders. You know, we were just finding any way to support the mission continuing. And that's what Brotherhood is about. It's about not going through these hard, challenging moments alone. Not trying to figure it out by ourselves, not putting ourselves in a more and unnecessarily challenging predicament, then we have to. Because we're so good when we work together like this. And the part that most of us miss, the reason why we don't ask for help so much of the time, is because we forget how much joy it brings other people to help out. That was the biggest thing for me yesterday. Here we were 14 hours into our drive, and we're pulling in and we're gassing up at the gas station. Snow's coming down, it's slushing. I'm just grateful that we're alive and that we didn't drive the buses off the road. And I turn around for a second after I'm filling up the gas, and I see all of my guys, one of them laying down making snow angels, 3 of them having a snowball fight, just having fun. And I had completely missed an opportunity to realize how much fun these guys were having, showing up for me, working together, collaborating on a mission, and getting that sense of brotherhood that every man is hungry for. Brotherhood, doing stuff together, navigating the obstacles, the challenges, the adversities together, and remembering that we all benefit from that. Not just me who's getting support, not just the guy who needs help in the moment, but also those of us who get to offer that help too. Don't forget that. We can't forget that, because that's exactly what keeps us from being open to receiving help in that way. So ask yourself this question. Is there someone in your life? Is there a man? Is there a brother in your life who you can count on for something like this? Who you could count on for a big mission, a big challenge that you're facing in your life? And if there is someone in your life like that, I challenge you to ask them for help with something you don't think you need help with. Something that you probably could do by yourself, but you're gonna ask for help this time. So I challenge you, go do that. And then tell us in the comments below how it was, what you learned, what you experienced. We wanna hear about it.